Yeah. Sure, sure, sure. Okay. From the beginning, yeah. Okay. So what we discussed is this data pump is a technology which is used to take the schema backup or table backup to database backup. Okay. And to take that backup, we need to have some minimum privileges. The privilege should be export full database and import full database. These are the minimum privileges the user should have. Okay. And before taking the backup, you need to have one directory. Means if you are taking the backup, it should store some location, right? So we need to some default directory, default path. Further, we need to create one directory with the path. So this is the default path. Means it's for example, but we create it one with example, and that user should have a permission, read and write permission to the directory, so that the user can do the export, run the export. We should take the backup of the schema. That is, I'm just giving the example, showing with the example. And here, by default, in the system, we will be having uh, some default directories will be there. So these are the default one we'll get with the installation, and this is the data pump directory, directory, and this is the default path for taking any backup, and this is the super user who has the default access. Correct. So you will go to this path. See if you have anything here. Okay, we have some details, some file is created here. It is at the time of database creation. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take the backup using EXPDP as a sys user. So here, if you know the sys password, you can specify like this: sys slash password as sysdba. Okay. Otherwise, you can give like this. So it will not ask for the password. And here, this is the command expdp. This is the as sysdba directory means directory name. Dump file. What is the dump file name which the backup will create? And schema. What is the schema? Schema is nothing but user. Our schema is demo. And the log file. The log file written uh, will have the log what it written in the dump file. So we'll try to run this file. Asking for password. Usually you should not ask for the password. Let's see. Otherwise we can set the password. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Hajraj, yeah, I'm trying to understand, not completely.
No issues, no issues. We will, it's a new thing, right? So we will yeah.
Yeah, yeah, your voice is clear, Suresh. Srikanth was, yeah, I mean, it's not that much clear, but still,
Yeah, I will do one. Hello. Now it is okay.
Yes, yes. Now it is somewhat better. Right.
Okay. So the concept wise, what I'm trying to say is there's a technology called data pump, which is used to take the database schema level backup. Okay. And this data pump backup is called it's a logical backup that will understand that. Okay. And to take the database as schema backup, the user should have minimum these privileges EXPDP full database or IMP full database. These are privileges the user should have to take any to take the backup. So to take along with that, we need to have the directory. Means if you are taking the backup, there should be some location right to store the backup. Right. So for that, we need to create one directory. This is the syntax for creating the directory. Create directory name as as this is the path. We have to give the location. Directory name can be anything, but this is the local path. If you are using Unix one, you can take this path. If you are Windows one, Windows path, anything you can, but you have to specify in the single quotation. Once creating that directory, you need to give the grant access, grant, read, write on directory, the directory which we created here to user. Our username, user, our schema is, name is demo, correct? So the user now have the access to take the data that schema backup in that location. Apart from that, the sys user will have user the super user. He will be having the access for anything. Why? Because it's a sys user, correct? So now I created one syntax here to take the backup of demo schema. So here, see the EXPDP is the syntax, and this is the sysdba means we are logging as sysdba, and directory we need to specify the directory name. This directory name will be getting using this command. Select star from star from db underscore directories, db underscore directories. So here if you see data pump data underscore pump underscore dir. This is the default directory which will create when the database is created. Okay. And this is the default path where the backups should be stored when you trigger any backup. Correct. So now I am trying to take the backup using sysuser. I have specified this path means the directory name. This directory name is nothing but this path. It has to go to this path. The dump file name demo.dmp, schema name is demo, and log file name is demo.log. So once you give this one, it will ask for the password. Uh, as we are running as a sys user, we just need to enter. Other than sys user, we need to specify the password also. Okay. So now what it will do, it will connect to the Oracle database server. There one job will be there. Sys export schema. This will trigger and it will process. See what it is taking. Processing object type schema, export table, table data, and export statistics, table statistics, and the marker, the user, system grants, role grants, default role. So all the data, all about the what is the schema is there, what are the roles are there, what are the table spaces, everything it will capture here. and it will export the data. Export demo dot demo. Demo is the schema. Dot demo is our username. How many rows are there? It is 2 rows. You remember? I will check you. I will show you that. So I just now I explained the master table. While taking the backup, it will store the data in the master table, right? See, this is here. The process uses a special table called master table to log the location of the various database objects in the export dump file. See, the master table. Here the master table is sys export schema underscore one successfully loaded or unloaded. The dump file set for system is this is the location c dump demo.dmp and it is created and it took time 1 hour 21 seconds. We'll go to that path and see whether the file is created or not. See, this is the dump file. Okay, it is created and it has a log. The same log which we are seeing in the screen that will be stored here, recorded here. Okay. What we are running here, the same it will capture in the as a log file. So this is we are taking the backup schema and dump file name. So it has 2 rows. So this backup can be user to import in some other user that I will show you. Okay. Now before that, let me log into demo connect.
Shrikant, I have a question.
No, no.
Uh,
Tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah. So before taking this XPTP,
Hmm.
what we did, we created one directory, right? But that directory is not being used because it is going to the default one, right?
Correct, correct. Now I shown you with the default one. Now we will create the directory and we'll give the access and we'll take the backup using the demo user only. Okay, I will show you.
Okay. And
See,
one more confusion I have regarding this user and schema. The
both
table
are
name
same.
is demo.
Both are same. Schema user both are same. The naming
Okay.
convention is yeah schema and user is same. Sometimes you will be seeing that all underscore users. So in that username. But here you specify the schema name. Schema name is nothing but username only.
Okay. So here we are taking backup of schema, and in
Correct.
case we need to take a backup of table, then what we need to specify here? Table as demo, something like that.
Yeah, dot demo, or we can specify the table name also. See, I will show. I will make this an example, but I will give with example also. Uh, that means first we will go with the schema and in the table also I will show you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Now with this one we will create the directory and we will give the access and we will try to take the backup. Okay, now what we'll do, we create one directory as demo. We'll give the path. We will give the path. Here we create one directory. Okay. We'll name it as demo only. Uh, exp underscore demo. Okay. This is the path where we are going to take the backup. Control C. I'm giving this path here. Okay, and the directory name is demo. Okay, demo will give it as demo dir underscore dir underscore dir. This is the directory name. Okay, demo underscore dir and demo directory. Just a demo.
Shrikanth, the third line, which is grant read write on directory demo directory to demo. What that mean? To demo?
I will explain. I will explain. Once I return this complete thing, I will demo one will be just demo dir. Just okay. Now what I'm doing here, I am creating the directory. Okay, as like this. First we'll check this. Ah, Amit, can you Suresh? I will come back in 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Suresh. Uh, Actually, I think this for you it is pretty new, no? So it will take some time to get understand. I mean, I can correlate because I know a few of the things, but for you, I know it would be difficult, initially to get into it. Actually, should I explain something? So suppose there is a requirement to take backup of one table, right? Suppose you have a user. I mean, your user is there, and some other user is there, and he is asking to give one table from your schema to his schema, right? So that means you need to take out the table from your schema, and then you need to give that table to that particular user. Maybe he's using in some other way that table. So from that, what we need to do, we need to take that out, that table, right? And we will keep somewhere that table, and then we will give that table to that person who is asking for, right? So there are two commands. One is expdp. That means we are trying to export the table, okay? And then for running that command we need to have few things, like when you are trying to export that table, then where that table will be stored, the backup which you are trying to take out, it has to be there at some directory, right? So for that you need to create a directory. Okay, in this directory my this backup table will be restored, and from that directory I will transfer that table to that user who is asking that table, right? So just for taking backup of that particular table, we will create a directory. Okay, directory is created, but any directory which we create that is not having write and read access, right? So for that, we need to explicitly give the access for the directory to write and read. Otherwise, if you try to copy any file, it will give error, right? That's why once you created the directory, then you give access also so that it can contain some file. Okay. Now you have created the directory, you have given the right access to the directory. Now with that command which you fire, that will generate a dump file to that directory. Okay. So
Hi,
that
guys.
DMP, if you see,
Suresh, you want to explain one more time? Okay. Let's continue in Telugu. Okay, for some time. సో డేటా పంప్ యాక్చువల్గా మనం బ్యాకప్ తీసుకోవడానికి డేటా పంప్ అనేది ఒక టెక్నాలజీ. దాని యూజ్ చేసి మనం బ్యాకప్ తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటే మనం ఒక బ్యాకప్ లొకేషన్ ఉండాలి కదా! ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు టేక్ ఎనీ బ్యాకప్ యూ షుడ్ హావ్ వన్ లొకేషన్. ఆ లొకేషన్‌కి మళ్ళీ నీకు యాక్సెస్ కూడా ఉండాలి. సో, ఫర్ థట్ we are creating one directory and we are creating the access. Here I am creating one directory. Create directory. This is the directory name. This is the path. Okay. So first we run this one. This one will come to no. We'll go step by step. What I am doing is only I am giving. Okay. Here only this user is only 5. Now what I am trying to do is the next step is create directory. This we need to run from the super user, that is this user. Okay. And next step, we need to give the grant access to that. Here demo dir is the directory name to demo user. We are giving the access. ఆ user కి యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తున్నాం అనమాట ఈ కమాండ్ ద్వారా. So now again we run again now you run this command. The demo dir, okay, and this is the path is created expdp, and the owner is showing okay, and we have given the access to demo user. Now we'll try to take the backup of same database with demo user. Our name, our demo, username demo కదా. Username demo, password demo. ఇంతకు ఈ కమాండ్ రన్ చేసాం ఎందుకు సిస్ యూజర్ ద్వారా. Now I want to run with demo user. Let's check whether you can take the backup or not. Export demo by demo directory. The directory name is demo underscore dir. Dump file name schema and give. We need to give. We need to give dump file name and dump file this log file. We need to give. Okay, we need to specify actually. What happened here? Multiple values. Okay. Space came here. See what happened. Invite file. Created. Okay. Demo underscore dir. Okay. 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 Here, extra spaces also will consider demo dir one. Okay. Let's try now. Demo dir one. export demo directory dump file. See, now it is starting now, right? So before that, what happened? Here you just see this command. There's some extra space came right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so due to that, uh, so it was not created properly. The directory is created, but there is some extra space it came. So when you try to trigger the export one, so it gave some error. That is what I did. I removed that one and created one more directory, dir1. With the same, I have removed the extra space. I removed the extra space and created in the same location, and that is created. See, this is the demo dir1. Okay. Now see here, it came inside, right? This it is not in the same line. Now, have you seen here? So it was not created properly. Okay. The first one.
Yeah.
The last one is created properly, and I trigger the backup here, and see it is happening. I gave the dir1 here. I changed it. The dump file name. This is the now you want to take the schema backup. You need to give one name, right, for taking the backup. If you are saving one file, for that file, you need to give one name, right? If you are creating one new folder in your system, okay. So for when you create any new folder, what it will come? For example, you see, right click and new folder. By default, what it will come? New folder. But what you will do, you will choose your own name, right, for that folder. Here you will take the your backup copies or anything. So for that, like that, same example, you need to specify the name. The name can be anything, but you need to give the name and .dmp. The extension should be DMP. The file name can be anything, the name. And this is a log file. The name file, the name అనేది ఏదైనా ఇవ్వచ్చు బట్ డాట్ లాగానే ఇవ్వాలి. ఇక్కడ డంప్ ఫైల్ కి డాట్ డంప్ అని ఇవ్వాలి. This is the format. So see here, again it exported the data for two rows. For example, I am revoking the access. What we do? We will revoke the access and try. Revoke all from brand 2 ఉంటుంది. Then revoke. Okay. We need to specify demo. Before that, we will check what are the roles having this schema. Okay. The demo user we have, right? We will check what are the grand failures it has. మనకి ఏమేమి యాక్సెస్ ఉన్నాయో చూద్దాం ఫస్ట్. తర్వాత మేము వన్ బై వన్. I'm just checking the access using this command. Actually, run this one. In fact, resource and connected demo. This is the all these accesses we have created in. So this is drop in directory. We have given create and write the directory. What are the roles we have? Yes, check. Why it is not showing? Yeah, actually, this when we give this a grant exercise, so it has grant read revoke. Let's try this one. Revoke read comma write on directory from demo. Let's see. Okay. Now I have revoked the access, right? Just try for one more time. I'm just changing the name. Schema will be same. Dump file name, log file name. I'm just changing. Why? Because it will overwrite. Let's try. What I did, I have revoked the access. Still is taking us. Okay, directly again. Okay, it will be for directory 1. Okay. Actually, the directory name is dir1, right?
Yeah.
But we need to give this one, but let me run. We'll run once again. Here, as long as you are creating the backup, you are doing the export, the files are creating this location. These files will be used to do the import. Means the data will be some example for example, if the from demo you are taking the backup, right? So and you want to create one more user, and you want to export the data from demo and restore it in demo one or test user. So now we are having only two tables. When it comes to reality, you will be having more tables and more data, right? So instead of copying, so this is the easiest way to take the backup and do the import. Cannot use. Okay. Demo user and access. Let me put that to the demo ownership here. Yeah, actually, I want to revoke and try the export. 1 second, getting my file.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Hello. Yeah, I mean, we'll connect after the meeting. Maybe I'll call you.
Hello? Suresh.
Yeah, hi, Srikanth.
Suresh, can you hear me? Okay. Nothing. Actually, what I'm trying to do here, actually, I want to revoke the access and try to take the backup. Once we revoke the access, we cannot take the backup, right? But it is giving some error to revoke this one. So later, but okay. So see, this is a demo. I gave the demo one, test demo one, and test demo one dot DMP for taking the backup. Okay, okay. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow. No problem. Why? Because it's a big, vast and new technology. It will take some time to understand. Okay. And I will give some your for practice. You just do by tomorrow. We will take that session for practice tomorrow. Okay. You do some practices. Yeah. You load some data into that one, and we'll take backup of those one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye. Bye.
Amit, you want to you have any queries? Uh, maybe Suresh, if you want to,
Not till now.
okay.
Yeah.
I will give some exercises. Okay, you just do that one. And tomorrow, on that data, we'll take the backup and we will refer it. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Srikanth.
Yeah. It will take some more time to understand it. Okay. Why? Because it's a new technology, right? So you will here if you do more practical, you will understand more. Till now, the architecture, all the things are it's kind of description. But here you need to do some practice with the explanation. Then you will understand more. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay. Okay. We'll connect tomorrow same time. Same
Yeah,
time.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.